Right along, talk about the cavalry. We have Dr. Mehmet Oz, Republican Pennsylvania Senate candidate. Mehmet Oz, welcome back. You know what's so interesting about your race, and I was reading Dan Henniger's column this morning, which I thought was excellent, as it always is. But, you know, here in the late stages, the voters are speaking, and all of a sudden, fracking and crime are popping up. I know they popped up in your debate. It's popping up elsewhere. You just heard Don Bolduc up in New Hampshire. The whole thing could be about oil and gas, fracking, and so forth. Your opponent says he's against fracking, but all of a sudden he's in favor of fracking. It's a head-scratcher, Mehmet. You got to help me with this.
Yeah, I got to say it's a challenge sometimes to figure out where John Fetterman is, because his extreme positions have been out of touch with Pennsylvania values for quite a while, but he's never been called out on it. And when I did that at the debate, and again, he's been hiding. He hasn't answered questions from voters or from the press on the campaign trail or from me, obviously. I got one shot. And when we started talking about fracking, he couldn't defend his dangerous policies. He called fracking, and this is his words, it was a stain on Pennsylvania. He signed a document asking for a moratorium on the process. He said, quote unquote, I don't support fracking at all. I never have. That was in 2018. He wanted to close the Keystone Pipeline. All this happened recently. And then at the debate, he kept on saying he was pro-fracking, and he wouldn't respond when pushed by the moderators on this. That is an $80 billion industry for us. I would actually allow fracking to get the natural gas under our feet in Pennsylvania. I build a liquefied natural gas facility in Philadelphia to help the largest poor city in America become more like New Orleans or Houston. All of this would come about by cleaning our environment at the same time. And yet John Fetterman is so married to the Green New Deal ideology, he won't own it. But here's the part that gets me. Even when he couldn't answer these questions and was struggling in the debate, he got $2 million donated to him digitally because people just want to get him as his 51st Senate seat. It doesn't matter if his policies are so extreme they're out of touch. That's why if you're watching, please go to droz.com and help me battle him back. We got to get the word on what he's really standing for. But the industry is scared of him. He's actually threatened to go after them with legal allies in order to take out people that are job creators because he doesn't think they're doing a good job. This all while
Which industry?
He and Biden have been undermining them.
You mean the oil and gas industry is scared of him?
They're scared of him. I was speaking at the Marcellus Coalition, a large group of producers. They're petrified. He, by the way, wrote an op-ed saying he would prosecute them for doing what they're doing, which in my opinion is in a commodity business. You're producing what you can and under the circumstances. They should be producing more product they can't because they're not allowed to because of all the rules and regulations and, frankly, the lack of confidence they have in Biden and Fetterman's desire to allow them to survive.
But Dr. Oz, when you say he might prosecute them, that's an eye-opener for me because when he was involved in the crime issues as lieutenant governor, he didn't want to prosecute anybody. You mean he finally found a criminal, the oil and gas industry? Really?
Well, on that point, his real interest is freeing not just criminals, because he does want us to free at least 1/3 of all the people in jail, but he wants to free murderers. It's worse. He cares more about the murderers than the innocent victims and their families. He wanted to free dozens of murderers, but 25 of them over the objections of other members of the parole board and, of course, the families. And businesses are leaving Philadelphia. We've got a lot of problems, but generally speaking, if you can reduce crime, there's more money for social services. If you can reduce the crime in Philadelphia, it's the highest it's ever been, by 25%, it would save us over $40 million a year just in expenses. And property values have dropped. We have a real crisis because we don't let cops do their job.
Yes, sir.
And that's why the Fraternal Order of Police endorsed me unanimously against Fetterman, because they dislike him so much.
The cavalry's coming, Mehmet Oz. The cavalry's coming. Thanks. Good luck on the campaign trail, so we appreciate it.